Hey Lee, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm sitting here hovering around my propane heater, which you should show the folks if you haven't already. My propane heater. Um, you know how when you get cold, you just can't get warm enough, and normally you'd say, "I can't stand how hot it is." Well, I'm sitting here absorbing the heat, just trying to catch up, and this is my huddle around the heater, and I'm very thankful that I can huddle around the heater. And as I'm huddling around there, I'm thinking of some terms. Um, when I'm traveling, there's a term called ditch diving. Now, when that big ball in the sky that gives us heat starts going down at night, I know I have a half hour, and I have to be in a camp spot. And uh, tonight, whatever date today is, it's March, whatever. Um, I kind of ditch dive because I knew I'd have about an hour um, to get over the mountain and get someplace, and we did. But on my first trip, I was in North Dakota, and I pushed it a little bit, and um, we were going into camp in the dark, and I pulled in. I had the team. I had Tom and Max, and pulled the team in, and all of a sudden Max went into a hellacious hole. It was like about 3, 4 feet deep. I didn't realize it was there. He just disappeared, and it scared the hell out of me. Um, but that was just one of those things I was thinking about. He was such a patient horse. Um, Obviously, he could tell he was okay because he was okay, and it was a not a good camp spot. It was somebody had pushed stumps out, so it was really rough and hole all over the place. But I couldn't see that when I was pulling in there. Ditch diving has you camping in some of the craziest spots, some of the nicest spots. Um, uh, like shit, I can't think of a nice one. The crazy ones always stick in my mind more. Um, Weston, Massachusetts, that was a classic. The fire department didn't want me camping in there because they were afraid my horses would shy. Horses didn't give a shit about the sirens. Um, so they put us in a road construction in the middle of the highway. And we had
Seriously?
cars going around us on both sides, and my horses were just kind of standing there, kind of looking at them go by. uh,
So when you camp for the night, do you unhitch the horse or is they are they still attached?
oh, absolutely unhitch them. I pull them off the front and put them on the back, and I get food and water. El pronto before I eat.
And
You
then
always get cared first.
and do you need to feed them throughout the day and water them, or is it just once a day?
Um, I will get up probably in the middle of tonight and feed them, and then feed them in the morning, and then um, tomorrow we'll start traveling early, fairly early, probably about 9 or so, and I don't know how long we're going to travel for. Tomorrow is another play it by ear day. See how he's doing, um, see how the road conditions are, and things like that. So you just have to keep making your decisions um, as you're traveling. And when you camp, hey, when it's time is when it's time. You can't really say, oh, I'm going to camp here, here, and here. No, that just doesn't work out. It adds a lot of stress to what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Um, I'm always just of the mindset that fuck it, well, time to do something different now, and that's how we navigate everything.
Yeah. That's
So
understandable.
yeah, people want to plan their trips out. And I I've you know acted as information for several people. As I always tell them, number one, don't get real involved in building your wagon to what you think it's going to be, because you have no idea until you're on the road what you really need. And number two, um, don't plan your trip out because you don't know what it's going to be like. You really don't. And sometimes when you don't have a plan and things just kind of work out a whole lot better than you anticipated. Um, that's kind of what today was. There was really no game plan. It was just other than, well, I'm going to travel today, and we pulled it off. I was wondering for a while whether we were going to get to the first the first spot. I stopped at like 4.9 miles. Yeah, we were good, no big deal. But the second one, I was spacing out my timing and figuring, well, I've got 3 hours to get 3 miles on a steep grade, not a steep grade, on a grade. Um, and he did a very good job pulling. Um, really pleased with what he did. So yeehaw!
Yeehaw. Is there anything else on your mind?
Tonight, that's a very, very limited subject. Yeah, you just get tired sometimes, and to be honest with you, I'm vegetating, listening to music. You got a little dose of my music.
Yeah.
Um, I uh, not a whole lot of thought. I'm just sitting around the heat. I've got some stuff I've got to take care of. Uh, Filing small claims for the accident. And get into somewhere that's got a copy store. We'll do that. So anyway, I'm rambling. So why don't I let you guys go,
Until
and we
now.
will chat with you later. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Good night, guys.